Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue Matchday 7. We still have PSG and Monaco level on points, but I don't know the morale of PSG, Alain, after losing against Arsenal. It Luis Enrique looked very angry, actually.
Yes, but PSG found a team play better in every way, with the ball, without the ball, in the management of the results. Now PSG must understand, and in my opinion, PSG understood the gap the team have with the biggest team in Europe right now, and we can ask about the project of Luis Enrique, especially in Europe. This team is in the top 10 in Europe. Difficult to know. Maybe some people in the audience can be answered.
It's a good question, and we will see in this new format of the Champions League with PSG facing very weak teams, but also some good teams like Arsenal, first tough game, and first easy defeat, I would say. Well, let's analyze what we have, because PSG are traveling to Nice. It's never easy to win at the Allianz Rivière, so stay with us. Don't forget, of course, press the like, subscribe. Let's go on now with the show. And on Friday, we have the first game. Olympique Marseille and Marseille lost to Strasbourg, the first defeat of the season, and they couldn't score a single goal. It's never easy also to play in Alsace at home. This season beat Nice and drew with Reims and Alain. They are so poor, bottom of the table, 2 points. I guess is the perfect rival to score plenty of goals for OM.
Yes, it's a good occasion. It's the best. I think it's the best rival for Marseille to recover the positivity, because the game in Strasbourg show about Marseille is not ready to fight to win this Ligue. We must to wait maybe a little, but today, after the game in Strasbourg, I don't see PSG can fighting with Paris Saint-Germain to win the league. Angers, from the beginning of the season, against team with ambition, they lose clearly the game. With which type of team that catch point with Strasbourg against Nantes, team probably will be fighting against relegation. Against the top team, Angers show so many limits. Marseille must react. Marseille in Strasbourg was the first game without goal. I see Marseille scoring in the game against Angers. For that reason, I choose Marseille with handicap 1.5, odds 1.70.
Okay, at least to win by a 2-goal margin. On Saturday, 3 games. Saint-Etienne, Auxerre, an important game for the relegation battle. Saint-Etienne only 4 points, Auxerre 6, but the bookies don't know what to think about this game. Actually, the most likely result could be a draw. I guess it was an important point what Saint-Etienne got, Alain, in Nantes after being losing 2-0.
It was a surprise for me. It was a surprise. Saint-Etienne can be catch a draw in Nantes. Now it was a surprise. Auxerre won 3-0 against Brest, the trendy team of the Champions League, with 6 points. Brest, after 2 games, only against team from Austria, but they catch 6 points. Now Auxerre is a team, is a classical clash between both between team will be fight against relegation. I think Auxerre has something more in the collective analysis, maybe in the individual analysis. Saint-Etienne have something more respect to the talent that have without the ball. Auxerre is most difficult to move. Saint-Etienne concede without the ball, but in the offensive they have more solution respect to Auxerre. In the last 5 games played in Saint-Etienne between both teams, 4x, and I choose that one of the x of the week. X for Saint-Etienne Auxerre, odds 3.64.
Great, Alain. Next game is Lille Toulouse. Lille fifth beat Le Havre easily 3-0 away. They were winless in the previous 3 games in Ligue 1. They are facing Real Madrid in the Champions League. Toulouse 5 points, lost the last 2 games against Lyon and Brest.
Yes, Toulouse is. I am a little disappointed with Toulouse because they lose the positive soul. Toulouse has clearly problem with the goal from the beginning of the season. In defense, losing Logan Costa have a strong bad results for Toulouse, because the average of goal received is bad, is highest respect to a team with the ambition who had the team of the south of France. Now, Lille will be playing against Real Madrid. Lille have a good reaction in Le Havre. In the last 2 games, the average of goal are really high. 3 goals score for Lille after 3 games pretty bad against Sporting, Saint-Etienne, against PSG. We saw the worst version of Lille, but they have a good reaction. 𝐬𝐭𝐴 recover the vestiary. Against Real Madrid, I think is only positive things can be doing for the team, in spite of their lose the game. And Lille is really favorite for this game. I am really surprised about the odds to it. Lille winning. I choose Lille winning, odds 1.81.
Always a strong Lille when they play at home. The odds are not bad at all, 1.8. Next game is one of the most interesting ones, Rennes Monaco, because Monaco is one of the fascinating teams in this league and doing great both in the French competition and also away. Only 3 in Europe. I mean, only 3 goals conceded. This Monaco, they are really in form, and Rennes, Alain, is always difficult to go to Rawson Park, even if they are having a bad season so far. The only positive is when they play at home. 2 wins this season, both at home.
Yes, a little like the last season. Last 5 games, only 4 points for Rennes, and 1 victory against Montpellier, who was in a clearly trouble. Monaco won with difficulty against Montpellier, but Monaco is in a very good moment. They won against Barcelona in Ligue 1 when they suffered, like the game against Montpellier in the extra time. They found the goal and they capture the 3 points. It's a really sweet moment for Monaco. When do you have that type of moment? Generally, all the things go in your favor. And now, go to Rennes is always difficult. Rennes must to have a reaction. In spite of that, I think Monaco is able to catch point in Rennes. Maybe not winning, but catch minimal a draw. For that reason, I choose Monaco winning, 𝐋𝐞𝐿 odds 1.80.
All right, Monaco really, really in form this season. Let's see how long they can keep it, but they've been very reliable. We have 5 more games on Sunday. Lyon, Nantes is the first one. It looks like Lyon are getting there, getting positive results lately. In Toulouse was the second win of the season. Nantes having a positive season. although, Alain, they drop points against Saint-Etienne and Angers, teams that you expect Nantes to win.
Yes, I think his team against Nantes will be fighting. But I think the difference, Edu, is against Angers, against Saint-Etienne, Nantes must to elaborate, must to have the possession of the ball, must to dominate the game. And that one is the limit of Nantes. Nantes is dangerous when they can play in transition, because 𝗀𝐿𝐴 is clearly a defensive manager. And remember the last season, the positive streak of Nantes away, when they can wait the rival and attack in the shoulder of the defensive line. And in Lyon, it will be that type of synopsis of the game. Lyon is really offensive team, really dynamic, with a lot of talent, but Lyon concede a lot. It's difficult to see Lyon save a clean sheet in Ligue 1, only in Lens this season. We saw that with Lyon, but in Lens it was a different game, because Lens is really offensive and Lyon start with a match plan with another mentality. When they played at home, Lyon is always offensive, and not their unbeaten since the beginning of the season when they played away. And we must to go really far to show the last defeat of Nantes away. It was in Marseille in March, and that one make me choose a double opportunity. 𝐿2 does not lose in Lyon, odds 2.03.
Well, the odds are very low for Lyon to win. They are also playing European football. And talking about European football, Alain, Brest, Le Havre, what a season in the Champions League. It looks like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, 4-0 in Salzburg. They also beat Sturm Graz, and they have now the same wins in Europe than in France. 2 wins, only losing to Auxerre. Let's see if Brest, they are able to beat Le Havre, because the odds are so good to back them, around 1.9.
The management of the energy is the big question with Brest, because last week they lose 3-0 against Auxerre, and Auxerre is fighting against relegation clearly, but Brest doesn't exist in Auxerre. And after you go to Salzburg is a team with experience in champions, and you win 4-0. Brest are 2 games, 6 goals scored, only 1 received, but only against Austrian team. Now we will be see against Leverkusen, against Barcelona, against PSV, against Real Madrid. The schedule will be hard for Brest in Europe. In spite of that, Le Havre, in the last 3 games, we saw a candidate to go to the Ligue 2, because it's true that won Saint-Etienne, that beat Auxerre, but after that, the content in Le Havre, in Monaco, against Lille is not enough. It's not enough to save his spot in Ligue 1. There must to have a reaction. Brest must to catch point, to zoom point in Ligue 1. Brest and Le Havre have the same number of points, both at 6 points, with terrible defense. More than 2 goals received per game, both. But I think Brest has something more with experience, is more physical, maybe in the individual analysis, they have more talent. For that reason, I choose Brest winning, odds 1.93.
13 goals conceded, both of them, as you said. Yeah. Very, very leaky in this start of the season. Reims Montpellier is the next game. Reims Great start, 11 points, beat Angers, 10 points out of the last 12 even. Remember, they drew with PSG, and usually we see both teams to score. In Reims, 5 out of the 6 games were both teams to score. Montpellier, as usual, Alain, also high-scoring games, both teams to score, and I guess we should see goals and also game to win pays really well, 1.9.
Montpellier, we see some improvement in Monaco with the 1-1 in the score table. Savanier was really near to score the 1-2 just before the extra time. An improvement, yes. Which type of Monaco we saw last Saturday? Maybe Monaco in front of the goal was not the Monaco from the beginning of the season. They concede, because Montpellier concede against Reims. It should be pay really, really hard, that one, if you reproduce that type of content. Now, Reims, the team of 𝐬𝐳𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐜 are always at teams start really fast the season. We saw that in Amiens. We saw that in Le Havre. Remember, Edu, last season, Le Havre started really well. It was the surprise until January. And after January, they start to suffer. And until the end of the season, they're fighting against relegation. Reims have more quality. Is another project with respect to Le Havre. He start really well. Is European spot, and this game against Montpellier is a very good opportunity to give continuity to his project. I don't understand the odds, because I think the odds are really high for Reims winning. For that reason, I choose Stade de Reims winning odds 1.92.
Well, talking about high odds, Alain, Strasbourg to win 3.2, Lens to win 2.4. Really, really high odds. Both teams in the upper part of the standings. Strasbourg, 9 points, defeated. Remember, Olympique Marseille at the weekend, only one defeat this season in Lyon in a very crazy game. And Lens, last 4 games were draws for them. How do you see this one?
But this one is one of the most difficult game, because Strasbourg showed the last weekend that they can beat every team in Ligue 1. At home, they beat Stade Rennais and Marseille. And the paradox of this team is their draw against Angers, probably the worst team in Ligue 1. Where is the balance? Who is the true identity of Strasbourg? I am really positive with Strasbourg. I think the really identity is the game against Olympique de Marseille. Against Nantes, there will behave that type of concentration. Lens away, catch 2, draw, and they lose in Greece against Panathinaikos in the last 3 games played away, and they won in Angers. Only 1-0. It was a game when they concede. Angers deserved a draw this day, and Lens was lucky. And until now, it's true. Rennes and Monaco are 2 games really difficult when you play the away, but Strasbourg too. And when I check the odds, when I value the difference between both teams, I think Strasbourg is not favorite, but Strasbourg is not the underdog of this game. And the Strasbourg winning 𝐋𝐞𝐿, in my opinion, is really interesting. Odds 2.10.
Really, really high odds for the home team. And the last game is Nice PSG, and Nice also playing in Europe this week. Drew with Lens after the 8-0, remember, against Saint-Etienne, but they've had a slow start of the season with only 2 wins. PSG, before going to the international break, Alain, I guess they need to react after that defeat against Arsenal. Problems apparently between Luis Enrique and Dembélé. We know that the level of the French league with the European royalty is really far, but I'm not sure even if Arsenal is European royalty. So, as you said at the beginning of the video, something to check for Luis Enrique if this PSG is a candidate for everything in Europe.
Yeah, but since 2 seasons, PSG changed a little the political of signing. They're still a young player. The team is pretty young.
Mm.
It's finished the time of PSG go to buy the Neymar, the Messi, and player consolidate world-class player. Which market do PSG this season? They catch probably the better talent, but player really young, and they lose Mbappe. That one we must consider that, and the project now we must to value the skills of Luis Enrique to accept the critic, because yesterday I think he showed some limit. And Luis Enrique, when he start, I know him really well. When he starts with this dynamic, probably is difficult to working with Luis Enrique. And Dembélé in the vestry is really important. He has a lot of friends, and that one can be, in my opinion, be an handicap to Luis Enrique. Nice still to search his identity. Nice catch good results, because a 0-0 in Lens and a draw against Real Sociedad, I think is good results. Game after game, we start to show the especially in the phase of no possession, what as want with this team. Now I miss something with the ball, but with the ball, I think when you play without Laborde, without Mofi, without Bard, it's difficult to find, because they don't have substitute to have that type of level. The last game Nice lose at home was against Paris Saint-Germain. It was the last game in the last season, and I think PSG will be react in Nice and will be win that game. I choose PSG winning odds 1.74.
Okay, let's see. Remember, there is an international break after this game, Nice PSG, so we have to wait a couple of weeks to resume the French competition. Alain, in the meantime, your safe bet?
My safe bet is Reims Montpellier over 1.5 goals, once 1.20.
ACCA?
OM Angers, OM winning, Reims winning, OL Nantes over 1.75 goals, PSG winning for a total 5.17.
Thank you, Alain. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye bye.